Good morning, Firebird Nation. Today is Thursday, May 12th of 2022. I'm David Shapansky.
And I'm Santino DeRose.
And Santino, we have a packed action today.
We do.
Packed house today. Well, we have a special guest today.
Especially after yesterday, too. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Holy Ghost Day, we'll wrap it up. Santino was very good. It was great to be with you yesterday. And Mr. Burke and all the special guests who joined us, some alumni as well. We reached 330 donors. And the official total is still being calculated, but we're over $75,000. So a lot of money raised for the school. Great cause.
That's more than last year, correct?
It's about the same money-wise, I believe, but more donors.
Good.
So we'll get an official total. I'm sure they'll release that eventually. Hopefully I didn't release anything that I wasn't supposed to, but we'll see what happens. That's what happens on the media sometimes, right, Santino?
Of course, Dave. We tell the truth.
We're moving at a good pace here. All right, so also, I know we talked about it last week, but we'll wrap up some sports stuff as well. Varsity lacrosse won against Cairn University the other day, and Max Rittmeyer, not against Cairn University, but at Cairn University against Pennsbury. Max Rittmeyer had his 100th career goal, too, so that was great for Max. Congratulations.
Wow.
And also, we talked about Senior Day yesterday, baseball and lacrosse. That went really well, Santino. Both teams did win, so kind of thoughts on that?
I mean, I love to see it. We knew it was going to happen. Ghost guys always come through, so.
Yeah, baseball won against Roman, and lacrosse won against New Hope Silbury. Both were in a rout, and also there are live streams available of both. The baseball live stream was fantastic. Rob Loper, our producer, was on camera a little bit we also had a cheesesteak reviews, which went terribly wrong. We basically did a mukbang, or whatever you want to call it, whatever the YouTubers call it, on cheesesteaks. We tried 3 different cheesesteaks from Guido's, cut them into 3s, and let's just say that they were all pretty bad, except for the Fat Guido.
All right,
No,
listen to me. Did you
Rob.
get the teriyaki cheesesteak?
No.
Well, then you messed up there.
So the 3 we had, Santino, was the Fat Guido. And that was with like tomato sauce. What else was it, Rob? Mozzarella stick. Then there was, no, that was really good. That was excellent. Then there were 2 more. There was one, the Kensington, which had fried egg, bacon, and it was steak. Which
That
was
sounds
not very
delicious.
good.
That sounds really good.
No, the egg was not very good.
Oh, well, then they messed up.
And the last one was a Philly special, which was awful. Like, I love the play of the Philly special, but it was like cheese with fries and steaks, as we can hear the echo of ourselves in the background. But yeah.
I don't think you have good taste buds, Steve. I think something's wrong with you.
No, I just think that it was not seasoned properly. I don't know. That was just my opinion. But
just my opinion. I'm just messing with you, Dave. But no, the teriyaki cheesesteak, next time, hit it up. It's just the cheesesteak.
Should we try them on here? I feel like
we very much
should. We should just order a bunch of stuff and see what happens. All right, state tennis is on Tuesday at Legacy in Philly. First round of the state tennis playoffs. Mr. Goulet in here with us as always. We'll have the trivia question coming up in a little bit. Also, HGP Robotics went to Dallas this past week, which was really exciting for them and the guys. I know that Mr. Petcall was on the Holy Ghost Day stream yesterday with his robot that the team made. It was a little bit kind of taken apart by TSA, but you can go check that out. So yeah, for sure, something to look forward to. All right, so something else to look forward to, as you know, Santino, big Phillies baseball guy. And we have not only a Phillies baseball guy with us, no, it's not Bryce Harper, and it's unfortunately not Bryson Stott as well, but I think that our guest is even better than these 2 players, as also an alumni of Holy Ghost. Let's welcome Eric Michaels, class of 2014, to the show. Welcome, Eric. This is going to be fun, I think.
So yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with this.
Okay. So first, let's talk. So you graduated in 2014.
2014.
Okay,
yep.
So talk about kind of your time at Ghost. You got a quick tour for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it has been a long time since I've been back.
So what has changed the most to you, you think? It's kind of shocked you within your few minutes on campus.
Just seeing the library, seeing the interactive space that we have out here is very different. Some teachers are in some different classrooms than I remember them being in. so that's definitely a different change. We haven't gotten around too much. We only kind of saw a little bit of Cornwell's and a little bit here in Founders and right into the library. So definitely going to need to take some more time after our segment.
Where do you think we should head, Tino?
I mean, I'm thinking about it.
Check out the most?
I think the most heartbreaking thing is the locker room doesn't have couches back yet. Did you guys have? You guys had the couches, right?
I don't know if we had full-blown couches.
Well, not couches. It was
we
like
had
the
like
little
those middle bench space things. Yeah.
Well, I call them couches because they're good enough. They took them out for COVID.
Not that we can encourage this. They're very comfortable to sleep on during your free period.
We can encourage this. Sure, encourage it. Santino encourages it.
Yeah, I very much encourage that.
Okay. So fast forward, when you were a senior here, you got a job as a bat boy with the Phillies. So and now you're in the visiting clubhouse. So talk a little bit about what you do kind of in detail.
In detail, I mean, it's really there's no one set way to put exactly what we do. We're kind of jacks of all trades, for lack of a better term. We do the laundry. We make sure the clubhouse is set up for when visiting teams come in and all of their stuff's ready to go. We'll go in the day before a series starts and unpack all the visiting team's equipment and have everything they need all set up, ready to go. So that way the visiting teams just walk in and they are ready to go and ready to put on their gear and play a baseball game. But that involves doing laundry. We do short prep, order food. There's really no limitation to if they ask us to do it, we kind of got to do it.
What has been the easiest team so far to kind of deal with?
Ooh, one of the easier teams. How do I say this politely? A lot of we'll call them smaller market or lower budget teams.
Okay. They don't have as much equipment.
They don't carry as much equipment. They don't carry as much staff.
Moneyball.
Kind of a Moneyball scenario. So we just had the Oakland A's here for the first time in about 4 years. They were great to deal with. Not a lot of extra people, not a lot of extra equipment lagging around. They take what they need and they move on. You get some of the higher budget teams. We just had the New York Mets in here twice. The LA Dodgers are coming to town very soon.
And they're going to bring 1 million people.
They're going to bring a ton of people who all have a ton of stuff because they can afford to do so.
Makes sense.
It's not a knock on them. It's not to say that one team is harder to deal with than another.
Absolutely.
But there's certainly, you can tell the difference in who has the money in the game and who does not.
What has been kind of an easiest player to kind of work with? Like the coolest player that maybe you have met, I should say.
This is a tricky one because I want to say like 98, baseball's a lot like life, right? 98% of the people you meet are down to earth, great people, guys who would just hang out with you. And, we have a really unique scenario in our clubhouse where it's the only place where an athlete can come in and just be a human being. So let's take, I know you're a Bryson Stott fan, so let's take Bryson Stott, right? If Bryson Stott's out on the street in Philly, it's, hey, Bryson, can we take a picture? Can you sign an autograph? Can you do this? He walks into the clubhouse, Bryson Stott's just another human being.
Yeah.
Right? So there's an expectation from us that we need to treat him that way, as if he is another human being and not a celebrity, an athlete,
Makes sense.
and anybody that would garner attention. So I think the players respond very well to that, and they appreciate that we give them that respect. So in terms of like the nicest guys, it's hard to pick just one because they're all very cool about respecting the space and how we respect their space too.
Yeah, that's something you really don't think about too much. I mean, like, obviously they're human beings, regular, but, like, as you said, when they go out in the street, like, they see people who want autographs, take a picture with me, stuff like that. So, for sure, something interesting, that perspective to put into it.
I mean, we definitely do have some of our favorites, some that we like more than others, but it's hard to narrow it down just to one. For the sake of the show and for giving you an answer, Christian Yelich.
Okay.
I will give you Christian Yelich. He is down to earth, A+ guy. Just one of the best.
And the Brewers were just in here a couple
And the
weeks
Brewers
ago,
were
so,
just here. Yep.
Okay. So the whole reason, I know Santino was telling you a little bit about it earlier. There was a couple articles written about you recently.
Yeah.
Kind of showcase, which was the main reason why you're here, I guess, kind of say, after I read it. So the Colorado Rockies were in town, 3 weeks ago, maybe, something like that.
About 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, give or take.
And there was one coach, do you remember his name?
Yeah, it was Mike Jasperson.
Okay.
I believe his title is assistant physical performance coach or something like that. Strength and weight room guy in layman's terms.
Okay. And you make the cheesesteaks as a big part in the visitors clubhouse, which fantastic job, by the way. Like making cheesesteaks, that's a lot of fun to make it for major league players, I'm sure.
For sure, and it's something that truly sets us apart from the rest of the league too.
True.
The fact that we have our grill and people come to Philly, they want cheesesteaks. They go to Milwaukee, they get brats. Kansas City used to do biscuits and gravy. So there's a couple different stops around the league that the visiting clubhouse
food.
Biscuits and gravy.
Will do like their own take on their local food. But Philly has always kind of been the place of like, you go to Philly, you got to get a cheesesteak in the clubhouse. So to be that guy whipping them out now is pretty interesting.
So how many did he eat in one 4-game series?
So he set 2 records while he was here. We have a 3-day record and a 4-day record. He ate 21 and a half in 3 days, and then proceeded to eat 25 in 4 days. So on that
Okay.
last day, he ate 3.5, 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm strengthening coach, I should say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
Wow.
it's amazing. I have pictures of the guy. Obviously, I should have.
Yeah, there's articles
put
too.
them
I
up.
think the Inquirer and
Um,
maybe Phillies Nation. There's a couple of them out there that you can check out.
But the guy is absolutely ripped. Like, he looks like a weight room guy. Like, he spends all of his time in there. And the record-setting cheesesteak, he ate it in front of the whole locker room. He had his shirt off, and they may have, thrown some money at him while he was doing it. But
Insider.
yeah. But I mean, you look at him, and even after 24 cheesesteaks, he still looks absolutely cut, lean, and ready to go lift some weights, which blows my mind.
That's a lot of cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
I wish. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
that's-
24 cheesesteaks and still be able to look.
Decent.
Yeah.
Yes.
I eat like 2 and I'm like, ugh, I'm bloated.
Oh, that's just it. I can eat one at like 2:30 in the afternoon. I don't need to eat for the rest of the day.
Yeah, same.
Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's a lot of meat.
It is
On a sandwich.
impressive.
Yeah.
Like what this guy
Absolutely.
just did in terms of, I mean, he didn't exactly enjoy it the whole time. I can leak that.
So
Oh,
so
really?
was it kind of a challenge? Like, how did this?
But
come
there's
to be?
everyone
Did the
screaming
players-
around them.
Yeah, I mean,
like-
but
Yeah.
how does it start? Because you're walking and go, oh, well, I'm gonna have a cheesesteak. How does one go from? Was there like a challenge that the players had with him, or just like a goal that he wanted? Like, did he never have a cheesesteak and he wanted to go overboard and eat 25?
Can I throw out a theory before you answer?
Absolutely.
I feel like he was like, I'm so hungry, I could eat 24 cheesesteaks. And someone had to be, no, dude, like, there's no way you could do that. And then he accepted the challenge.
I mean, is there a definite answer to this? Or?
There is.
Okay.
We have had kind of, I don't want to call it a record board, but a record display of who has eaten the most in a certain amount of time.
And is that in the
Okay.
clubhouse so they can see?
that is in the clubhouse.
Okay.
This is awesome.
And so the players will come in, and even more specifically, the teams that will come in maybe only once a year or once every couple years with the American League teams, and they'll go, hey, like, what's the record at? And how many is it for 3 days? How many for 4 days? How many for 1 day? And then they'll usually take somebody on the team, and it's usually not a player because the players need to go out
Yeah,
and perform,
exactly.
right? But they'll take a physical performance coach, maybe a bullpen catcher. I don't want to say someone with a less important role on the team than a player, but someone who might not need to perform to a player's abilities to go, hey, if you can break that record, there might be some financial incentive in it for you, courtesy of the team.
Oh, that's awesome.
so-
It gets deeper. It
yeah.
just keeps getting better and better.
There was a nice little promise to this guy if he set the record,
Okay.
and he went for it.
Okay, well, good for him. Good for him.
I don't want to disclose the exact
Yeah.
number of what it was, but
no, you don't have to. But I think we get it.
I can
Yeah.
think of about 10,000 good reasons why
Okay.
why I should keep it to myself.
Okay, makes sense. We get it. Well, it's fantastic. I mean, it's great to just get some insider insight, especially with being a baseball nerd like myself. I think that was really great. And I know there's a lot of people out there that appreciate that as well, kind of that insight.
As a non-baseball guy and a cheesesteak guy, that was very interesting to listen to. You could hear me when I was trying to tell the story. I was like, I already forgot the names of the players. I was like, this guy and that guy. I was like, I already lost them. But
Well, I will tell a story. Do you make cheesesteak egg rolls too?
We do not.
Okay,
It's-
I am a
basically
big
just-
cheesesteak egg roll guy. So we had Naz prom a few weeks ago. That was at one of the girl who was at
At
Citizens.
Bank Park.
And a few years ago,
I've been
when
to that, I've been to that one back in my day.
A few years ago, when I was in a suite once, and they had the cheesesteak egg rolls. And I will just say that was absolutely fantastic. That's where I fell in love with cheesesteak egg rolls. And I've been looking for them over and over again for it was like 4 or 5 straight years. And one restaurant finally started to sell them. And now it's just a chain. Now most restaurants have cheesesteak egg rolls.
Should
so now
have
I'm in
invested.
love with cheesesteak egg rolls. What'd you say?
should have invested.
Yeah, I
Dave.
should have put like a patent on it. Philly, I'm going to steal from the Phillies, cheesesteak egg. No, I'm just kidding. But they should have put a patent on it because that was like the first place that I've seen them. I'm sure that wasn't maybe the first place where they made them. But I was just interested to see if you also made the egg rolls.
Yeah,
so.
no, we don't. That is
But-
I believe that's Diamond Club and Sweets exclusive.
Okay.
Speaking of the NAS prom, though, I saw like the Philly Fanatic was there.
He was?
That was something more
Yeah.
Phillies that would catch my eye. The Fanatic. I know we were talking about it earlier.
And Bryson Stott, of
before.
course. Yeah. But do you if you're listening, Bryson, No chance he is. But anyway, so do you have any great kind of stories of Philly Fanatic or?
Yeah, so there have been a couple times I have stolen the Philly Fanatic's keys out of his ATV. And this is going back to when I was the bat boy. A lot of times it was with the Atlanta Braves. The Fanatic, before the game, always drives out on his ATV, kind of parks it in front of the visitors' dugout.
Messes with them.
And he'll mess with the visiting team a little bit, and then he'll mess with the umpires. So he would leave the key in the ATV.
Okay.
So then he would go mess with the umpires a little bit, and one of the coaches would tap on me and say, hey, go get his keys out of the ATV. So the coach tells you to do something, you do it. I get the keys, I give it to the coach, and then in order for the Fanatic to get the keys back, they would kind of hold up the keys and make him do the Atlanta Braves chop, and then they would throw him the keys back.
Oh, that's funny.
So it was like a little running gag that we had with the Braves for a little bit, and the Fanatic's best friend was in on it, so they kind of knew it was going to happen. But somebody had to run and go get the keys, and that somebody was me.
Nice.
Oh, that's actually really
Yeah.
funny.
All right, so as a tradition here, we're going to play Firebird Frenzy.
Love it.
With you, Eric. So Santino and I have some questions. Did you have any from your mom today? Or
My
no?
mom sent them to me today. Yeah.
Okay, she did. All right, I'm just
Thanks,
going to use
Mom.
my favorite website, conversationstartersworld.com. Shout out to that.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but she also marks which ones I should read. So
But I
there's
think
a little yellow.
oh,
Oh, that's good.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, we might be using the same website.
We might be. I don't know.
Okay.
My
I'm gonna try
mommy helped me.
I'm going to try to keep mine as baseball questions, I think, for Eric. And if
Oh,
you have more
goodness.
general questions, then we'll have a good mix.
I can
of them.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, 60 seconds, Mr. Goulet. Here we go. Got it, Tino.
Keep it simple. Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix, because I have the subscription plan without the commercials.
Oh, okay. Me too.
If you're sitting in the seats as a spectator, left field or right field?
Right field.
Car or bike?
Car.
Well, as soon as I do away from this without favorite drink.
This is a high school show. Coca-Cola.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
iOS or Android?
iOS.
Passenger or driver?
Driver.
Are you a football or basketball kind of guy away from baseball?
Neither. Hockey.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a referee too.
Mhm.
So
Sweating or shivering?
Sweating.
Jogging or hiking?
Is neither an option?
Sure. Neither's an option.
I don't like either, but of the two, I'll take jogging.
You know what? Fiction or nonfiction?
Nonfiction. I love people telling their own story.
Okay.
Favorite Galapagos gang member outside of the Philly Fanatic?
So in the clubhouse, for some reason, I've garnered the nickname Sid. I don't know
Okay.
why.
Okay.
I don't know where it came from. Actually, I do, but it's a story that I can't tell on a high school show.
Okay.
But needless to say, I get called Sid in the clubhouse, and there's a Galapagos gang member named Sid. So by lack of process of elimination, there you go.
Nice.
I will choose Sid. I could not tell you what Sid looks like. I just know that there's a Galapagos gang
There
member
is, yeah.
named Sid.
Yeah. All right. So trivia question time coming up. We're gonna have Eric read our trivia question. It's on the paper just in 1 second.
Okay.
So the prize today is another baseball we have up here. It's perfectly fitting for today's occasion. And I think Santino, do you have one of these? I feel like you do.
I do not have a
Okay.
Temple
Do you have a
lanyard.
Temple?
Oh, we
Sports.
love that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Temple guy?
Temple guy.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Love Temple.
Look how that works out. We make lifelong
Small
memories
world.
here on the show.
Mr. Goulet, you could have gone anywhere.
Well, do you know where Dave's going?
Are you going to Temple too?
I am not going.
Could you imagine?
Dave, where you going, Dave?
Villanova.
I
He's
won't
up.
hold that against you. I think you're a nice guy.
All right. Well, thank you. All right. But our other prize here is a Holy Ghost Prep lanyard that was not found, not stolen from anywhere. This was just given to us, and that's our prize today: the lanyard and the baseball.
Otherwise known as donated.
Yeah, donated. Yeah, it was donated. Absolutely. All right. So here we go. Trivia question is related to Michael's.
Yes, it is.
To your last
It is.
name. So all right, here we go.
And I love Mr. Goulet's handwriting. I've seen that on my papers way too often. In honor of Eric Michaels, that's me, we will ask a question about another famous Michaels, more specifically WWE wrestler Shawn Michaels. What was Shawn Michaels' nickname?
So if Rob could, or Mr. Gray could work the chat, see who gets the. I told Rob the answer this time. I'm hoping that he remembers what it is. All right, a couple other announcements. We're going to have 2 shows next week, one on May 17th. We're going to honor a few teachers that are leaving us. It'll be a shorter episode. We'll have more kind of talk about that in the future. And our last show is HG Palooza on the 20th. We've been advertising it. It'll be a long show, probably 40 minutes or so. The first half will be Santino and I, and the last half will be the new guys coming in and taking over. So,
Oh, no.
I know we're approaching Doomsday, if you will. Not Doomsday, but
Graduation
Doomsday for us, if you will.
Day.
Graduation Day, yes. And also, too, Rob wants me to say this, and it is fantastic. We are doing sports media days here on campus now. So there was a couple photo shoots that happened. Thank you to the guy from Max Preps. I forget his name, but he was down there taking photos of the different athletes down there yesterday. And Mr. Abramson is kind of working with that, and we'll have some more information coming about that in the future. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream and check us out on Instagram and Twitter. You can see the handles on the bottom. They're kind of over there near Santino. We are 1 subscriber away from... we're not a subscriber, but we are 1 follower away on Instagram from 100. So make sure to check us out over
Really?
there.
Look at
And do we have a winner? We do. Who is that winner?
We don't have a full name. We just have someone named Pezzi.
Pezzi.
Pezzi, Abby. All right, Michael Malpezzi
Pezzi.
is going to get the prize. So we'll have the baseball and the lanyard. The correct answer was...
The correct answer is the Heartbreak Kid.
I originally thought it was the Heartbreaker. It's
Okay.
like, Heartbreaker.
I know nothing about WWE, so I couldn't answer.
Come on, you don't know John Cena? You can't see
Oh, I know
me?
John Cena. You can't see me.
The Rock can
Yeah.
smell what the Rock's cooking.
Yeah, I think that we
The
should
other
hide
ones.
under the desk and do John Cena for a little bit.
What?
They
Mr.
can't
Goulet-
see us. They can't. You know, if we even hide under here, they can't see us.
Mr.
All
Goulet,
right,
am I
Tino.
showing my age by saying Ric Flair is my favorite wrestler?
You can give me a Ric Flair.
I think Tino's done.
We're good.
Who else? Rey Mysterio was another one.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Well, yeah. So Heartbreak Kid Malpezzi is the winner. Abby.
Does he get to choose or does he get
No,
the
both,
baseball?
both,
Oh, he gets
yeah.
both. Look at that.
And
We're
he
big
is also
givers.
our weatherman
Great.
for next year, so we'll introduce him
Oh, okay.
coming up. All right, so I now have a special guest. I'm gonna go over to the door here really quick. One more special guest. 1 second. Okay.
Oh,
I have
my
to go to the door.
goodness.
Mrs. Carmine is with us to tell us the letter day as always. All right, Mrs. Carmine, welcome. This is your kind of debut here, so you want to say something before you kind of get to the letter day?
No, I always just say the letter day.
Okay. What letter day is it, Mrs. Carmine?
Today is F Day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Carmine.
We appreciate the contribution as always. And yeah, so that's
That was
pretty
awesome.
much
I
it.
didn't know that was going to happen. I was
Yeah.
shocked.
Live. Everything special episode today. Really great. All right, everybody. I'm David Shapansky.
I'm Santino DeRose.
I'm Eric Michaels.
Have a great day, everybody. Go Firebirds. And lacrosse game after school today, really quick, against Lower Moreland. So coming out, support the team. And also tennis on Tuesday, States. All right, have a great day, everybody. Go Firebirds.
Go Firebirds.
Go Birds.